Okay, so this is an update about the Charlie Kirk stuff that happened, how he was murdered and stuff like that. Um, I wanted to make this video because there's so much going on right now about the topic that it's very important. So the most important thing happening right now is that they're talking that the weapon that they used was a untraceable weapon before they had serial numbers on guns. So, and it was a 30-06 that was a Mauser or something like that, in which, to give them credit, if this is true, these old 30-06s didn't have a certain spin, a grooving notching, which would make the bullets tumble. The bullets would tumble, and so they wouldn't be they wouldn't be as they wouldn't have as much spin as we have today in modern rifles. And so there is a little bit of merit to that. But if you look at the text conversation between the people, there's lingo used in there, like cop lingo, talking about squad cars and stuff. Like, it just totally seems like fake lingo. First of all, and so that doesn't mean that the shooter is not some stage shooter. Like, it doesn't mean that they didn't pick this person. Look, we picked you because you have a trans partner, and we want to belittle that ideology as much as possible, and we want to take out this figure, Charlie Kirk, who may have gotten information about my my Second Amendment stance, about how the Second Amendment is protects, you know the right to drive vehicles as well, which it does. Because a vehicle is an armament; it's a weapon, and the military uses vehicles, and therefore we have the right to equal our armaments, as protections. And you can see videos on that, which I've made before, by scrolling through my feed and looking at all of them at my channel. And yeah, so that's very important stuff there. So he might have gotten that, and he was going to start spreading information about that. And they're like, no, we're just not going to let you do that. And they shut him down. And then they also, if you look at all the stuff tying him to Mossad, when you look at Israel and you look at Netanyahu, and when you look at the connection between all the uh, information there, he didn't want to play ball with them, and he feared his life, against them. And so there's valid connections all the way through. And so the shooter, that doesn't rule out the fact that the shooter may have been paid by that person. But the bullet trajectory of going through the neck and going down the spine, I don't know. I think it's a little bit fucking absurd for it to go down the spine. A 30-06, it's a lot of power, and they're definitely known for going sideways and not having straight penetration through bodies. Once they go through a body, they'll start going out sideways in other directions. But they don't just dissipate all their energy. And I don't know if I buy the official narrative or not. It's 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 kind of strange, but yeah, that is a valid point, that if it is an older rifle, the rifling is not as effective as modern day rifling. Because if it was a modern 30-06, it was shot with a modern day 30-06, it's just gonna blast right through, no matter what. I mean, just whatever it hits is blasting through. But if it's an old one, the rifling might have been off, and it might have hit at a weird angle. It might have been coming in like this, and maybe it's, since they're shooting down at a downward angle, maybe the bullet was also in a tumble where it was in a downward angle on a tumble. So when it hit, it got lodged and went down more. But I really don't buy, that happening like that, because it came in about, like, right here somewhere, like right near on the right, on my right side. Because in a video it's like this, so it's on the right hand side, right near the neck. I don't know. I don't think the spine could have stopped it. And even if it would happen to be tumbling upwardly on a downward trajectory, I don't think it could have done it. Um, yeah, it's just it doesn't really add up. Now, if there was a vest, which you can clearly see in the video, he's wearing a thin Kevlar vest. It's clear. That's clear to see. So now they're talking like he's not like he wasn't wearing a vest at all. If you look at the video, you can clearly see a very thin Kevlar vest outline shape right around his chest, like that. You know the standard spots for a Kevlar vest outline, and that's in the video. If you go back and watch it, you could see it, and it's a very thin vest. Wasn't much. It wouldn't have stopped much, but if it was hit on the inside and it went through the first vest, which made the vest, stand up, or that puffed outwards, then it could have made sense. But that trajectory, and now that the government has gotten to Luke Uncensored, and wearechange.com, and now his channel has been corrupted into pure propaganda, just as Alex Jones is as well. But I still support everyone and their ability to say whatever they want to say, because the First Amendment is supposed to be so no laws are passed against violating freedom of speech. And we've passed lots of laws violating freedom of speech. And so these laws are null and void. So we must treat them as such in the population, because the judiciary is not doing so. So we have to do so. Anyways, that's all. We just continue to do its best for the Constitution and how it's meant to work out for the population. And I hope you all have a glorious, magnificent, wonderful, beautiful, awesome, amazing, incredible existence in time. And make sure you hit the like button and tell me what you think about what's going on in this topic in the comment section. What you think about um, potential ideas and information on this topic. So, yeah, talk to you all later. Love you all. Bye.